Today I'm sharing adorable spring bunny DIY decor ideas that are perfect for Easter and budget-friendly spring decorating. Welcome to the Chic Show. Today's playlist is hosted by Lady Red Crafting, Our Gray House, and Joanna's DIY Life. Today I'm starting with one of the new spring release molds from IOD and this Dollar Tree frame. I'm going to go ahead and paint both of these resin molds in white paint. While the mold's dry, I'm going to paint the frame with Farm Girl from DIY Paint, and I got this in Sonnet's Maker's Box. I decided to add a little bit of White Swan as well, just to make this green color a little bit lighter, and I just mixed those together. I'm going to carefully go around the edges because I don't want the green paint to go over the sides of the frame. I only want it on the very top. DIY paint is a clay-based paint, so when it dries a little bit lighter than it is once you seal it. So you do need to seal it because if it gets wet, it will come off. Now I'm just doing some detail work on the egg, and I'm certainly not a detail painter, so I did the best that I could. To bring out the features of the bunny, I mixed together some antique wax and some white wax. I didn't want the antique wax to make it too dark, so I wanted to lighten it up just a little bit. I'm going to mix that together, and then I'm going to wipe on the wax with a paper towel and then wipe it back in sections with a dry paper towel. Decided to use just a little bit of gold rub and buff to also accentuate the features of the egg as well as the outline of the bunny. Once the bunny and the egg are ready to glue down, I used a combination of clear Gorilla Glue as well as Titebond Quick and Thick. I let this aside to dry for several hours, and then I added in some beautiful rice paper from the Painted Photographer. These are little Christmas ornament frames, and I'm going to be making them over to be a little bit more spring-like. I'm going to be giving both of these 2 coats of fusion paint in rose water and inglenook. Normally you don't need 2 coats of fusion paint because it does have a primer and a sealer in it, but since this was such a dark color, I decided to go ahead and give it 2 coats. Now I have traced around the insert of the frame onto some artist paper, and I'm just going to be using some white chalk paint to paint the background. I'm going to be using a paint inlay, so I have to have a coat of chalk paint down, let it dry, and then add a second coat of chalk paint, and while it's wet, I'll apply the paint inlay. Now that that second coat is on there and it's still wet, I'm going to spritz my paint inlay, and this is from Spring Medley from last year by IOD. Once that paint inlay is spritzed with water, I lay it down into the wet paint and make sure that it embeds down into that wet paint, because that's what's going to pull the paint out of the paint inlay and into the wet paint. Now that I've painted my second oval, I'm going to do the same thing with this inlay. I'm going to spritz it with water and lay it down into that paint. While those set aside to dry, and since the paint on the frames is already dry, I'm going to go back with some gold rub and buff and just highlight some of those details. We fall apart, and I won't dare to say, do you feel the same way? Maybe you don't want to know, but you don't see what you have in front of you, or maybe I'm not enough for you. Now that the inlays are dry, I'm going to go back and spritz them with water and then dab them with a dry paper towel or a damp paper towel, and then just gently pull back the backing paper. And if it doesn't look like it's transferred enough, you can spritz it again, leave it to set longer. That's exactly what I did, and that seemed to work. The same way, then don't pretend that everything's okay. Don't string me along the way you do. Just let me get over you. Maybe you don't want to know, you don't see. Tie in some of the gold from the frame. I'm using some scraps of a gilded transfer, and I'm just rubbing it down in different places on both of the pictures. I'm not worried about getting a full transfer or anything. I just want some little gold specks. Now we can add these back into the frames and see what we've got. I love these oval frames for spring because they remind me of an Easter egg. Maybe you don't know, you don't see what you have in front of you, or maybe I'm not enough for you. So maybe I should go. If I had known from the start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts. 'Cause I don't wanna waste my time. No, I don't wanna waste my time. No, I don't wanna waste my time. Everybody needs some carrots. These are from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be taking 3 of them and adding some Waverly Antique Wax just to make them look a little dirtier. Now, in the end, they don't really show, or at least these 3 didn't, so it wasn't really necessary unless you want to put it on all of the carrots. This is a hula skirt that I thrifted, and I'm just going to be cutting parts of it up so that it looks like grass, and I'm going to place that down into the bag with my carrots. I'm placing those dirtier ones in the front, hoping that they would show. I wanted to apply a label to the front of this bag, so I printed one out that I made. The actual tag is from Graphics Fairy, and then I just added the carrots and the wording to it, and it says Heirloom Bunny Bait. And then I took a little bit of watered down antique wax and brushed that over the top. Purple glue stick for the win. Just applied that to the back and put it on the front of that bag. And then we can tie the bag together using some jute twine. I hope these spring bunny DIY ideas inspired your Easter decorating. If you love spring decor, easy DIY crafts, and budget-friendly home ideas, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I have linked our host channels and the playlist in the description box below. Be sure and check them out. If you're looking for another video of mine, here's one right here I recommend. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to share the chic. Bye now.